and day 2 of the Under-20 Women's NTC Invitational Tournament. Today's second match features the national teams of the United States and England. Ladies and gentlemen, please rise for the playing of the national anthem of England, followed by the national anthem of the United States. The referee for tonight's match is Becky Pagan, assisted by Kelsey Harms and Kaylee Langevin. The fourth official is Maggie Short.
We say good evening from all of us at U.S. Soccer. I'm Jen Carson as we welcome you to Glenn Muchmeyerink Field in Carson, California, as the host nation, the Red, White, and Blue, attempt to protect their home soil and better prepare for the upcoming World Cup. They face an England team who just came off a thrilling 1-0 victory over Brazil in the 89th minute on Wednesday night. Today, though, it's a fresh slate and an opportunity to get better for this United States team who are preparing for bigger and better things. For England, who did not qualify for the World Cup, this is an opportunity for them to continue to grow as well and to face a quality opponent in that of the United States. It'll be a true test for them as they're also looking to get on the scoreboard for the first time this tournament, and with not having to deal with the difficulties of travel and hotel arrangements, etc. They do have an advantage being here in Carson, California. It is a windy evening here, a little bit chilly, but they've been waiting all day for this opportunity. Likely they've been waiting since Wednesday to get revenge from that Korea game that they had. Now they look to be a very tough England opponent who they cannot take lightly. Michelle French, head coach for this U.S. team, Washington native, joined in 2013 from the Seattle Sounders women, who she did have 2 stints with as a midfielder. She had 14 caps at the international level, played in the 2000 Olympics with the U.S. Women's National Team youth program since 2005. A lot of experience for her in coaching this team. The U.S. hungry for a victory today. England looking to keep the momentum going after knocking off powerhouse Brazil on Wednesday night. 45 minutes to go for this first half. Just came off the game with Korea and Brazil, ending in a 1-1 draw. Today, it's England, it's the United States. It's here at Glenn Muchmarink Field as we get ready for kickoff. And we are underway in Carson. Ogle starts us off. Well, Wednesday was a number of opportunities for this United States team against a very disciplined Korea Republic side who doesn't give up a lot of goals. The United States were able to get in on attack. Cousins had a number of opportunities that just had missed wide. The key for the match for the United States is to continue to go forward and to get those shots on frame, as England already trying to get in behind on this U.S. defense. Otto is there to clear it out, though. The United States playing on Wednesday, 5 shots. Excuse me, 9 shots, only 5 on goal, though. This is England, nice little spin move there. They'll try to get this cross in, and they will. Is anybody there for the United States? And it will be Murphy to scoop it up. Murphy having quite the night on Wednesday, keeping Korea Republic out of their net. She had a few quality saves, a couple big punches that saved the United States and kept the shutout. The United States always doing well, working out of the back, a very patient team. Defensively, they like to defend collectively and really close the space down, but the key for them today, they really need to get the ball into the midfield. That's going to be a foul against Cousins. The United States will restart quickly. So Otto lifts a nice ball over to the far side of the field, but Flores not even close to the vicinity. England with the throw in deep in their own territory, a chance for the United States to lock it in. Cousins into the middle. Hedge, nice ball over to the other side of the field. Elliston taking her woman on. Can she get the crosser corner? Nice defensive movement there by England, keeping that ball out. Elliston was hammering at the door there, and United States still looking for something a lot more tenacious than they were on Wednesday, but just gives it up is Hedge. Hedge had the one-on-one opportunity against Korea Republic on Wednesday night. She missed it wide left. and didn't have a quality look since then. And that's going to go off the feet of England for a U.S. throw-in. Elliston. Otto not really threatened too much by England's attack here and their pressure on the ball. The main thing that Korea Republic struggled with when playing the United States was the fact that the United States had so much of the possession. So for England tonight, they need to make sure that the United States don't dominate the possession and that they are able to also manipulate how this game goes. And for the United States, having all that possession doesn't always mean that you win the game. That was the case on Wednesday night, so they need to come up with a result here tonight. George sliding to save that one. Nice ball down the side of the field, but Otto is there to scoop it up. Nice defensive pressure there by Otto to push England into a situation where they weren't going to be able to get any sort of production going. Great job by this United States defense. One of their stronger lines. Patience by Ogle, playing it back and getting Murphy involved. A little too risky here in the back, though. Head coach French for the States saying go positive, meaning go forward. Hedge. Carter swings that one over for England. Nice ball in for England, but United States are there to clear it up. That's Ogle. Hedge. An opportunity for Hedge. What a ball in, and barely offside, but the ball into Scarpa was brilliant. Just maybe a hair offside, but that is the kind of movement, that is the kind of run and perfectly weighted ball that this United States team needs to continue to produce. Scarpa with her 13th cap today. She's had 5 goals for UNC. Comes from an athlete family. Jean plays the ball all the way up the field, but not close enough to Scarpa as it's easily scooped up for England, and they'll reset. Two more matches to be played on Sunday. 1 o'clock kickoff as well as a 4 o'clock kickoff where the United States will face off against Brazil in what is sure to be a hard-fought battle. But first, the United States trying to knock off England and get their first win of this NTC Invitational. England, though, want to challenge them as they try to go forward. Now a shot from way outside, about 30 yards out, and that one skyrocketed over. No real test there for Murphy. It's Flint. Flint playing in the 2014 U-20 World Cup, played for Man City, one of their highly rated players, a true offensive threat for this England side. Ain. Otto switching the point of attack. One thing that this United States team has no problem in doing, and that is just whipping the ball around the back. And as I say that, that one falls out of bounds. They need to be a little bit more disciplined, a little bit just more composed when it comes to those easy passes, those unforced errors. Because as England proved on Wednesday, those can be the difference, as they were able to get a goal in the 89th minute against Brazil, one that slipped past the Brazilian defense Diane wasn't able to handle it, and England made the most of it. So if you're the United States here tonight, you don't want to make the same mistake and be too comfortable. Elliston. French encouraging her team to find the weak side, to switch the point of attack as they are almost squeezed into a nut here as Cousins gets it out wide. Now Ogle all the way over to the other side to Jean. Good ball movement by the United States. Can they make something of it, though? Can they get something going offensively as England getting nice ball out of there? Those are the moments for England, for them to disrupt that kind of ball movement by the United States as they started to sneak up forward. As Elliston brings it inside. This could be an opportunity for the United States. Nicely weighted ball to Scarpa. Scarpa, can she get a shot off? Yes, she can. But it's just into the hands of Bagley. The England goalkeeper scoops it right up as it falls right into her mitts, but French... But we want them to get a lot of minutes and get comfortable so that we're ready for that World Cup when it comes. Big pressure there, and somehow the United States is able to find their way out of it as Otto was nearly decked out. It looks like she is on the floor still. Play will resume, though, as Jean will kick that one out of bounds, and we will check in on Otto and hope that she's okay. So the trainers will come onto the field now, and she will get up on her own will. Michelle French telling her team to keep the tempo high, that when they take one and two touches, that the tempo is good, but that third, that fourth touch is putting them in a hole, and it's helping England to defend them better. So if you're this United States team, you need to play a little bit quicker, and there's that play against Otto. Took a hard spill to the floor. Luckily, she's just going to shake it off, though. She will check back onto the field for this United States team. Otto, a redshirt at UNC while playing for the U.S. NSCAA All-A team. She's been playing with the U.S. since she was 14 years old. And somebody who you can likely bank on seeing in the future for the full United States team. As England is just going to play this one back after the Otto injury, and it looked like as though England might be just picking it up and playing. A few more matches to be played on Sunday, a couple more I should say. The United States will have the 4 o'clock kickoff against Brazil, and England and Korea Republic will face off at 1. England, the only team in this tournament who has not qualified, will not qualify for the World Cup, as England trying to get something going on the counter, but the United States are so disciplined when it comes to getting back defensively. The one threat that this England team really has in creating pressure against the United States defense is Flint. That big body up top. And there's that moment, England able to take over the ball. Nice bit of craftiness. There's Flint with the 1-2. Can they get a crack at it? United States closes in on the pressure, but the ball gets swung out wide. Great cross across the field, but nobody is there for England, and somehow the United States managed to find their way out of it. As Elliston nice and easily finds her way out of pressure and lifts that one up for Scarpa. Elliston trying to find something inside, but not seeing much help as that one goes off of hedge. Will be an England throw-in. Head coach for this England side, Marine Mo Marley, former England captain, 41 caps, defender for Everton. A long ways from home. The one advantage that the United States does have is getting to play these games here in Carson, as Cousins tries to come onto that one, and a good clearance, good safety clearance there for England, as Carter just gets that one out of the danger area. Jean trying to get a little cheeky there, but that one will go out of bounds on her. The amount of pressure this United States team has had defensively has been so much more than that of Korea Republic, so they need to be careful. It was a beautiful spin move just now from Cousins to get out of pressure, but they need to be aware of the possible counterattack or the possible giveaway. But already a very much higher paced game so far for this United States team compared to that of Wednesday night. United States having 4 corners, 2 shots on goal, 5 shots total against Korea Republic. They need to be able to get more production going tonight offensively if they want to knock off this England side. Ogle. A little bit of a slip there on the far side for the United States. One of the things that they haven't been doing a whole lot of is using those winger players. Jean was able to get forward on Wednesday night but they weren't able to really use her enough as England tries to slide that ball up forward for Flint, but it was well out of range. Possibly the right idea by Carter, but too much on it, and those two between the defensive line and whoever is working up top with Flint need to be able to be on the same page if they want to get their offense involved.
Second one. Good start.
Cousins has space, swings it out wide. Opportunity now for the United States. Flores looking to get forward. She swings it over to Scarpa. Scarpa's got a chance now. She puts it down, but that one wide left again, a theme of this tournament for Scarpa. What a productive forward she is, though, if the United States can keep getting the ball to her, keep getting the ball to Hedge. Those are two players who can put one in the back of the net. Cousins as well had a few great rips at goal from 20 yards out and more. Just wasn't able to put it on frame, though. So here's another look at that chance. Scarpa just moving her hips too much and having that one go out wide. England switching the point of attack, and that ball gets slotted through as England attempting to get on the other side of it. Otto's going to be forced to chase it down, and that's going to be the first corner kick of the match for England. England proving here that they belong, that they can compete with the best, despite not qualifying for that U-20 World Cup. Mailing to take it for England. Murphy punches it out, and that's going to be against England, but what a save by Murphy. Having to come off her post and punch that one out of the area. Nobody for the United States was at the near post to clear it, and luckily for them it ends up going their way so that they get this free kick opportunity, but Mailing really whipped that one in there. Mailing having the go-ahead goal in the 89th minute against Brazil on Wednesday night. Here's another look at that corners. It's just whipped into the near post. Perfect placement. Murphy has to come out and get it. As now the United States look to play long, and they do. This one's going to stay in bounds for Scarpa. Can Scarpa turn the corner? Carter's there to defend, and Scarpa isn't happy with the physical contact. Carter, very disciplined, very physical, not afraid of a little bit of pressure. She tries to clear that one out, and that falls to Elliston and now to Cousins. Scarpa's in if she can handle it. Nice ball over to the other side, and no foul by the referee as this one still juggles around the area. And Carter, nice and composed, just clears it out. Right back to the feet of Canales and French, telling the referee over here that that was a late hit, should have been a foul, not pleased with the call. But play resumes anyway, and that being what it is what it is type of situation, the United States just have to keep playing on and know that they're in a physical battle against an England side who is going to give them a bit of pressure. Great job by Hedge, but the referee's going to say no. That's going to be a free kick for this England side. This Hedge, one of the quality offensive threats for this United States team. If they can continue to get her involved, they have every chance of being successful here tonight against this England side. Real. Able to clear that one off the legs of England, and that's exactly what you want if you're this United States side when you're in a pinch like that, to try to just kick it off of an England defender, England forward, and get that throw in is huge. Real showing her experience in that moment. As Flint, maybe a handball, not called by the referee though, and the United States again able to get out of pressure as Hedge put under some pressure of her own as she has to skyrocket that one over the bench. You have to say the biggest difference between this match and that of the one against Korea Republic was that the United States has a lot more pressure on them, a lot more defensive pressure. They have to get rid of the ball quicker, as England now really coming down the throats of the United States. This one tries to get in for Flint. Ball still not on the ground as England tries to make something of this. Ogle comes up with it. Flores now. Jean on the other side of the field will throw it in for the States. The United States qualified for the U-20 World Cup by winning the U-20 CONCACAF Championship in Honduras last December. They went 2-1-0 in Group B, 14 goals for, just 3 against. 4 straight clean sheets, huge numbers. It shows the promise of U.S. soccer, especially at the youth level, as they continue to grow and get better and eventually make their way up to the full team. Jean doing a good job of getting back, and Cousins now with room and space to move. As her and Scarpa just not on the same page, though. Scarpa trying to come back to the ball, and the United States will reset. And this ball is going to be played out of bounds simply because of the injury on the field for England. It appears to be that she is okay. It looks like it is Flint, their key starting attacking forward. She likes to play in that post-up position. A big loss it would be if she does indeed have to come out as the trainers come on the field. A chance for the United States to regroup here and get some game planning in with Michelle French. She's been telling them throughout the match to play quicker, to play 1 and 2 touch, to know where they're going to go before they get the ball, especially when playing against a high-tempo team in that of England. They're going to be challenged a bit more than they were against Korea Republic. And Flint looks to be jogging off and seems to be fine. She might have to check out and then come back in. But she will resume in play, which is good news for England and possibly bad news for the United States, as she has been the main offensive weapon for this England team. As we approach the 30th minute here in Carson, California. England and the United States 0-0 so far. 15 minutes left in this first half. 45 minutes to go after that. One more game for each of these teams after this one concludes, which will take place on Sunday. The United States only have been playing together, training since the beginning of September, only a couple of weeks to really get adjusted to being back together. Which is always a tough situation when you are playing for your college and you have to leave and then come and get adjusted to being at the international level and play in a tournament like this. It can be tough to adjust to that. But the United States making the most of it here today, trying to get a result against a very good England squad, as Flint checks back into the match after what seemed to have been an injury that might have put her out. And here's Scarpa now for the United States trying to get forward. She's going to lay it off for Flores. Ogle. Jean, nice lifted ball up top, but there was nobody in the vicinity for the United States, and it seemed as though Canales was not pleased with the no call. Apparently she had gotten tugged. Refs didn't see it. They say play on as England resets and tries to regroup and get something going moving forward as the long ball is played in behind, but the United States is there to clear it out. It's Ogle. Plays it down to Cousins. That ball just barely stayed in bounds, and it will eventually fall out. And the United States just needing to regroup now after that bit of an injury. Need to catch their bearings. Opportunity for a switch across the field. It was on, but not enough on it as Hedge is there to break it up. And a hospital ball there nearly picked off as it's tried to get played into Canales. The United States need to be careful of those moments that they don't get picked off, because this England team can get a result if they get the ball in a dangerous area. And England with no chance there but to kick it out of bounds. Another throw-in opportunity in a dangerous area of the field if you're England. For the United States, can they make something of this opportunity and possibly get a cross or a corner kick in? Hedge. Nice playback. Scarpa now with an opportunity to get a cross or a corner. She gets the cross off. Is there anybody there on the back post? The United States is there. But Bagley just falls on it. A good moment there for this United States team. A quality cross. But possibly just not enough players in the box to get that second ball and make something of it. As England now wasting any time going forward. Flint all the way over to the other side of the field. Brett. Nearly a hospital ball there for England. Deere plays it out wide. Left side of the field completely wide open for the switch, but England sticking to that side that the United States are blocking up as they nearly get possession back, but it will be a throw-in for England. And now an opportunity for the United States to finally just reset and take a breath, regain possession. Scarpa, nice play back to Hedge. And it looked like that ball backwards almost proved to be dangerous as Hedge was able to chase it down. But Rosella Ayin was there to break it up. Almost a nervy moment there for the United States. Nice ball over to the other side of the field. Elliston is there to put it down, and it will go off the foot of England. Elliston getting this one broken up. Flint is going to try to loft it over Murphy. Not a bad idea. She was about to be put in a 1-on-4 situation. She saw Murphy off her line, decided to take the chance. You can't blame her for doing so, but those are the moments that the United States have to be aware of, is getting their pockets picked, just like this moment right here as England, again, trying to attack against this United States team when they're out of position. Ball gets whipped over to the other side of the field. It's just 10 minutes left in this first half. Will it be scoreless, or will England possibly get a result here as they keep knocking at the United States door? Carter taking on her defender. Hedge falls to the ground and Carter still has possession. Good patience by the three Lions as they look to regroup and get something going. Zellum, nice ball in behind, but the United States are there to clear it up. Carter over to Zellum, nice ball in behind for England. Otto is there to clear it up, though, and another moment where the United States are biting their nails, trying to get this ball out of the area as England now will have a throw-in in a dangerous area of the field for the United States. Volley opportunity here for England. Will that fall over Murphy? No, it will not. But it looked as though from here that one might just get over her. And England now just really taking command of this match. Can the United States settle back in and get something going offensively? Scarpa flicks it over to Canales. Flores there to try to get it back, but England is able to regain possession. It's hard to imagine with an England side playing this good that they did not qualify for the World Cup. A lot of quality players on this team playing for Everton, Birmingham City, Liverpool. High kick there, forehead, she knows it. Accidental nonetheless, but England will get the quick free kick, and now Hedge tries to get up again, and that's going to actually be against England. So we have a back and forth here, that one against Brett. First half dwindling to a close here. The United States, for the first time in several minutes, getting across this halfway mark. As that one falls off the leg of England. Nayen. Elliston with pressure on her. Elliston trying to get that one into Scarpa. Another throw-in for this United States side. Elliston getting swarmed here, and Flint coming in hard on the challenge. Referee put the whistle in her mouth but decided not to blow it, and now England with a 1-on-4 opportunity. They're going to slow things down, but Flint takes over and has got her pocket stripped there by Ogle. What a key play there by Ogle as Flint was off to the races. This England side very hungry when it comes to getting forward, getting shots on goal in their match against Brazil. 10 shots, just 3 of them on goal. But nonetheless, a lot of opportunities for this England side, and now an opportunity for the United States. A free kick in great range for Cousins as we approach the 40th minute here in Carson. Bell goes short, England not ready for it. Really quality chance here for Jean. She'll whip it into the box, and it's just deflected. She'll get another shot at it, though. Another one deflected as England is really putting on the defensive pressure, and the United States forced to restart here as this goes back to Elliston. And Elliston, under too much pressure, she's just going to float that one out. Well, the score does say 0-0, but it has been an action-packed first half so far here in Carson, California. United States 0, England 0, both teams knocking at the door, but most recently it has been England really trying to crack some opportunities at goal. Murphy's had to make a couple of key saves. The United States had a few opportunities early, a couple of great through balls, and now Flint taking another long crack at it. That one's going to go well over the crossbar, but to know that England has that deep threat in Flint, and some of these other young women, Murphy and others, have to be aware of the weapons that this England side has. They are not afraid to shoot from outside. Scarpa trying to flick that one off for Canales, but Canales not in the vicinity. And now it's just a matter of The United States getting on the same page with one another from their forwards, their midfielders, their defenders trying to connect with that midfield and forward line. If they can do that, they can possibly get this first goal, because you have to think whoever gets that first goal is really going to dictate how the rest of this match goes. It's Cousins. Cousins not afraid of the contact, but she will go to the ground, and England will remain with the possession. England still on the run here, and the United States just trying to defend as this one swung out to Carter. Nice ball all the way over to the other side of the field, and the United States are able to get it again, and now just a chance for the United States to keep the ball. Goes all the way over to Scarpa, and Scarpa takes a spill. No call by the referee, and a good one at that, as England regains possession but gives it away, and Jean's going to have to hunt this one down. Scarpa taking a little bit of a spill there, but the United States just needing to keep the ball a little bit closer. You could see the frustration on her face, that it's just not all the way there for the United States at this moment. They just need to settle into this game, and it seems as though they're a little bit frazzled by how England is pressing them and how they're being pressured. That one's going to sail out of bounds for an England throw-in. As the moon goes down here in Carson, California, and it gets a little bit chilly. The wind has gone down as well, and England trying to get that through ball to work, and it's just got too much on it. Ogle put in a dangerous situation in the center of the pitch, and now Elliston will try to find her way out of trouble, and that one just goes right into the U.S. bench. You have to credit England for continuing to keep up this pressure throughout the whole entire first half. Nice cutbacks there, but great defensive pressure by Cousins. United States able to get that one out. That's Flores on that one, as you see the moon just over the top of the StubHub Center on the far side of the field. Great sight here in California, as the United States look to take advantage of being here on home soil, not having to deal with travel or hotels or long plane rides as England have. Cousins attempting to put pressure on England. They're going to get a crack at it, though. Murphy having to be aware as Flint, another strike at goal. And that one will be a goal kick, as we have 2 minutes of added time to this 45.
A minimum of 2 minutes of stoppage time to the first half.
Hedge, who really has been non-existent in the last 15-20 minutes. Stars and Stripes still looking for their first goal of this tournament. Will it come in this final minute of stoppage time before the half closes? And maybe it'll come for England first, as they have an opportunity here to capitalize on what it was the United States giving the ball away, and somehow it's poked far out and away, but England still regains possession and will try to get something out of it as Cousins flicks that one on, but not far enough. The United States falling to the floor on the far side. England still struggling there on that far corner, and it's going to be called for a goal kick, but both sides falling to the floor as real. Assistant referee, though, challenging it, saying that it is a corner kick, and French not pleased with the call, as it looked as though it did not come off a Real, but she's telling her team, come on, let's get this out of here, as the final minute of stoppage time is upon us. Nice volley there by England, but it's put out of the area. Carter now going to try to get it back for England. Nice little dummy there on the far side of the field. The cross is put inside, and Murphy is there to scoop it up. Elliston able to keep that one in bounds, but just really doesn't have any help going forward. And that is going to do it for the first half of play here in Carson. It's England 0, USA 0. Both sides still looking for that goal. The United States looking for their first goal of this tournament, as they have had chances. Granted, the chances were early on, though. The last 15, 20 minutes have been all England, and United States have just been hanging on. Plenty of action to come. Another 45 minutes before we call this one a day. But before that, 15 minutes of a break. Join us again as it's England 0, United States 0. We'll be right back. Well, it's England and the United States about to get back underway after a scoreless 45 minutes.
First substitution in the 46th minute for the United States. Entering the match, number 16, Emily Fox. Leaving the
Emily
match, number
Fox
7,
to come
Sabrina
in
Flores.
for the United States. It's the only change that is made after 45 minutes of play. England were the ones that were knocking at the door the latter part of that first half. The United States were just really trying to keep them out, and now we will see what this half will have in store for both these teams as England trying to get in behind. The United States have yet to score in this tournament. England again coming off that 89th minute goal thriller against Brazil that they ended up winning 1-0. But ironically enough, England the only team here that has not qualified. It's not qualifying for that World Cup. Nonetheless, it is a good amount of experience to play against these quality caliber teams, and for the United States, it is a true tune-up for the World Cup. For the United States, the best chances for them came early in the first half. A couple of slip balls through. Scarpa had a chance. Now what can they do in this second half? Nice picked off ball here by Hedge. Can Hedge get ahead of it and do something with it? And she will take a spill, and that will be a U.S. free kick. Mentioned already a number of these young women. They're taking time away from their college experience to be here to represent their country, to be a part of this tournament, to get ready for a bigger tournament in the World Cup. For England, a lot of them playing on very quality caliber teams: Everton, Man City, Chelsea, the best of the best in England. England now trying to get this ball forward. Flint being the main attacker for this England side. She had a couple of shots that sailed over the crossbar. A couple of them really testing Murphy. She had to come out and punch one of them late in the first half as Scarpa finds her way around Clint. Now Scarpa has the opportunity to spray it out wide, and she does. It goes to the substitute, Fox, and Fox just gets tangled up there defensively with Bartrip of England, who comes up with the huge defensive play. Cousins. Nice passing there. Scarpa now with another opportunity to drive inside, and she feeds that one just right to the feet of Carter, giving that one away as she tries to slip in Hedge. French, head coach for this U.S. squad, mentioned she had 2 stints as a midfielder with the Seattle Sounders. Also had experience with the U.S. Played in the 2000 Olympics with the U.S. women's national team. Jean tries to find feet there to Cousins, but it gets intercepted, and now England trying to get forward on the counter, but that one goes the other way as Cousins now able to turn, and she's going to try to find Scarpa in, but that's too much weight on that pass, well out of range for the forward. Scarpa having that chance early in the first half that went wide. UNC standout. Trying to be a standout here at the international level as well. As Hedge has plenty of time and space. She tries to slip it in on the other side, but why not go yourself? She should have been a little bit more selfish in that instance as she tries to feed forward Canales. She had the space to keep driving. England was giving it to her. Carter on that far side, a true defensive weapon for this English squad. As England, Mo Marley encouraging their team to step to put pressure on this United States team. One thing that they didn't really have a lot of when playing against Korea Republic on Wednesday night. Likely one of the issues that they're having against this England squad. So that's going to be a free kick for the United States. They'll just play quick and short. 2 more matches, 1 more match apiece for these guys to be played on Sunday. The United States will kick off at 4 p.m. against Brazil. England will face off against Korea Republic at 1. To round out this NTC Invitational here in Carson, California. The United States tonight looking for their first win. England looking to get their second. Ball goes all the way over to the other side of the field. Carter trying to be an offensive threat as well as a defensive threat. Can she whip around the corner? She shoves Hedge out of the way. It's not a foul. The referee's going to let play on. Ball goes to the top of the box to Brett. Now it's Flint. Plenty of time and space for this English team. That one's going to fall off of the United States. England now with a chance for a throw-in in a dangerous area as they collect that one back in Zillim. Ogle's there to break it up. Space now for the United States. Can they do something with this opportunity? It's Canales. She's going to put Scarpa in for a perfectly weighted ball, but Scarpa unable to really get it to go forward, and now it's still the United States. It's Fox. Fox driving inside, the one substitute of this half, and still now at the feet of Scarpa. She lifts it all the way to the back post. Wonderful ball in, but the referee's going to call it off. And what a moment it would have been as Canales could have really volleyed that one past the goalkeeper, but the United States unable to capitalize on that opportunity as it was called offside. But you have to like the way that the United States are building a bit of momentum here as we take another look at this. Scarpa lifts it all the way back to the back post. Canales, a little lifted, weighted volley. It didn't have enough on it anyway, even if it wasn't called offside, but you have to like the creative presence that this team is having as of right now. Jean just getting that one poked away by Doyle. Excuse me, by Ayn. Jean to nobody really, just tries to get it up the field, but it's going to fall to the feet of England and Sophie Bagley. Wilson, back to Brett. Brett, nice ball inside for England. Can they do something with it? It's going to force Murphy to come out, and she will. Scoreless here in Carson. Murphy looking to get another clean slate here tonight. Plenty of time left for both these teams to truly make a difference as Hedge goes up for that one, and it falls to the feet of Flint. Bartrip will play it out of the back. England very composed in the back, and as I say that, Scarpa puts a bit of pressure on. Brett with another nice ball in for England. The United States is there to put some pressure on it. It's Otto to Cousins. Cousins has room. Moment here now for Fox. Fox being encouraged to use the width. She's going to go all the way down the end line. She's got 2 England defenders on her. She's going to take a spill, and that one's going to fall out of bounds. it looked like no, play will resume on. No call, ball does not go out, and England come up with it. Fox able to get it all the way upfield, but at the end not able to produce a cross or a corner with it. Just gets muscled off the ball, and the United States still need to come up with some sort of production offensively if they want to get a result, if they want to get a goal on that scoreboard. Brett, another ball in, trying to get it behind the back line. Jean is there to clear it. It falls to the feet of England. A long shot from outside, and Murphy's going to scoop it up. No true threat for Murphy there, but it is quite the weapon that England has. Multiple women on their squad that can fire a shot on frame from 20, 25, 30 yards out. As the United States just getting picked there, and another play on by the referee. Murphy having to come up with a huge save as Ayin tries to slot it past Murphy, and Murphy showing her veteran experience here with this squad comes up with a huge save, and French not happy with the no call by the referee. We've seen it be a physical match here tonight, much more physical than the game on Wednesday against Korea Republic. The referee letting a lot more play on at this level. Scarpa finds her way out of pressure. It's a 3-on-3 situation. She's going to play the ball into Hedge. What a ball it was, but you have to credit Carter for the defensive effort to clear that one out, and she has just been outstanding tonight for this England team. Another look at this shot here for England. A nice laced ball, but just right to Murphy. No true threat for her. And then there's another opportunity there for England. Back-to-back opportunities, really, and that one being more difficult save for Murphy. And now a chance for the United States to curl this one in as Cousins, the in-swinger, will take this free kick opportunity. A moment for the United States to go up. Ball goes into the back post. Hedge was there. So was Fox, and now Hedge will come up with it. She's almost getting muscled off the ball. Will fall to Elliston, though, and right to the feet of England. Another giveaway for this United States team. They need to try to stop giving away the unforced errors. As Ogle plays that one back. Long ball over the top for Scarpa. And that one just skids past her as it was almost in the right area. Brilliant ball by Otto to pin her out. An action-packed second half already as we approach the 59th minute here in Carson. Both teams with chances to go up in this game, but still we sit at a 0-0 drawless score here. As we do have somebody down on the far side of the field. It appears to be that of England's Ayin, who has had a presence in this match. They're not going to have the trainers come out. It's not that serious. She is going to take a breath and walk away on her own will. It might have just been a ball to the gut. Hard to say, but she will be okay. Here's another look at it. It looked like she did just take that ball into the stomach. Maybe get the wind knocked out of her as play resumes on here. And Ogle tries to weave her way out of pressure, and she does. Wearing the captain's armband for the United States, has proven that she can lead this team just in her composure. As two United States players take a spill, it's Cousins and Ogle. As the United States get ready to check in another substitute. It'll be Natalie Jacobs who will come into the match, and she'll take off number 6, Taylor Otto. But not before. I believe they're going to let this free kick go first, I believe. A little bit of confusion on the field as Cousins stands over the free kick, ready to take it. And Otto and Canales will take a seat for the United States, and into the match with fresh legs come Jacobs and Doyle as they look to create an impact for this United States team and get a goal up on that scoreboard. Two taller women coming in at an opportune moment for this Cousins free kick. Cousins, great ball into the back post. Nobody there, though, for the United States to flick it on, and Ogle will chase it down, but Flint is there to pressure as it goes all the way back to Murphy.
Second and third substitution in the 59th minute for the United States. Entering the match number 20, Natalie Jacobs. Leaving the match number 6, Taylor Otto. Entering the match number 11, Julie Doyle. Leaving the match number 8, Marley Canales.
This ball goes all the way in for England. Can they make something of this opportunity here as it gets swung back, and now just being patient here, not forcing anything. You have to give them credit for that as they are keeping really great possession of the ball here. United States just trying to keep this one out. We know that England has that deep threat option. They can shoot a ball from 25 yards out and shoot it on frame. So the United States need to be aware of that as this match progresses on. As Scarpa, touch too heavy, and it falls back to the feet of England. Cousins just getting tangled up there. This one falls to Fox. Two substitutes coming on for the United States. Can they make a difference? It can be so tough to come into a match on a cold evening like this when everybody else has been playing, and to immediately be warm, but they are up for the challenge to get minutes at this level. We approach the 63rd minute here in Carson. Nice turn there, but Jean has it read all the way. Cousins, man on her back, and it is going to be called a foul, and referee maybe helping out Cousins there on that one as Cousins try to turn right into pressure, but not afraid of a little bit of contact, the center midfielder. Another look at it here as Cousins doesn't take a look over her shoulder to see that somebody's there, and a little bit of a foul push. I could see the referee calling it the way that she did, as Jean now will gain possession for the United States and lift that one over, but it doesn't have enough on it. It will fall to the feet of Fox, though, as Scarpa has a chance to crack it and won't. England, they're going to go long. Who else but Flint as she chases this one down, and Murphy is forced to come out. Head coach French for the United States encouraging Fox to continue to go at this defensive line. She might get discouraged by getting the ball taken from her, but when your coach is telling you with a smile to keep going at that defensive line, you got to think that she's going to keep doing it, and sooner or later one is going to get for her. A little bit of pressure on this United States defense now as they find their way out of it by pushing it wide. And now the substitute with a nice little flick on. A great 1-2 here. An opportunity for the United States as Doyle gets on the other end of it. She crosses it in. It could be a goal. It is! The United States yes, thank you to the substitute. It's Scarpa, it's Doyle, and it's the United States up 1-0 over England in the 65th minute. And it looks as though that one's going to be called offside. A get out of jail free card for this England squad. Is we won't really know till we see it again, but a terrific moment there for this United States team. If nothing else, a bit of a morale boost as we see it again here. Doyle catches Carter up. Carter, who's been so great all night, she whips it in, and they are going to call Scarpa off. It did look as though she was past that last defender, but hopefully this lights a little bit of a fire.
The United States in the 64th minute by
underneath
number 15, Jessie Scarpa, assisted by number 11, Julie Doyle.
Underneath this England squad, excuse me, it looked like there was a PA announcement saying that there was a goal. Miss hope here for this United States team, as it is still 1-0, England up, and time dwindling for this United States team.
No goal.
Here's another look at it. You see Doyle all the way on the other side. She crosses it in with her left foot, and it's hard to tell exactly as Scarpa's running side by side with her defender. But as play is caught up, she, I think, took another step, and the referee had it right. Fox chasing that one out. England trying to kill this United States momentum as Flint nearly had a nice turning shot there. The United States still looking for their first goal of this tournament as we take another look, another angle at this that was called offside. You see Doyle sprinting up the far right side. She cuts it back on Carter, puts it on her left, and as she does so, Scarpa takes another step forward, and she is offside. But nonetheless, a moment for the United States to see that they are capable of getting the ball in the back of the net, and sometimes that's all you need to see. As England, again, will try to slow down some of this momentum, they're going to take out their best forward in Flint and sub in number 7 for this English squad, Carla Humphrey, and they're also going to bring in number 17, Haynes. Fresh legs can't hurt the English side, but it'll be interesting to see how they fare without Flint, who's been putting so much pressure on this United States back line. She has been a threat for the Three Lions all night. She's had a couple of quality looks at goal as well, so it will be interesting to see how they fare without them, as the United States now trying to get a goal that will count. It's Doyle again. Scarpa's running with her. Can they connect and find each other? And that one just played too far, too much of a weighted pass as it falls right to the feet of Bagley. Zellum tries to loft this one past the back line of the United States, but it's not going to work as Cousins gets her pocket picked. A sloppy pass, but she does win it back. Very uncharacteristic of the center midfielder, who usually connects. Fox, the difference maker on what would have been an assist, making the most of her minutes as she came in as a substitute.
First and second substitution in the 66th minute for England.
Excuse me,
Entering
Doyle.
Match number 11, Rosetta Ayani. Leaving the match number 7, Carla Humphrey.
And a little look at the bench. You see Mallory Pugh.
17,
You see some of the other women out there who are encouraging on their teammates and hoping that they can get a win here tonight against this English squad. England. getting the ball out wide. Mailing, the goal scorer against Brazil in the 89th minute. She swings it back to her defensive unit. Back to Mailing now. Can she get across her corner? She gets the cross off. It falls to the feet of Cousins. Cousins just trying to get it out of the danger area, but only goes as far as Bartrip. Bartrip trying to turn on this back line of the United States, but the experience that the red, white, and blue have on that back line is pure quality, and they're able to keep it out. As just 20 minutes remain in this match, it is England up on the United States 1-0. Second day, match day two of this tournament. NTC Invitational here in Carson, California at Glenn Mooch Myrick Field. United States playing the host. Doyle trying to chase that one down and puts George under a little bit of pressure. Doyle, she's got the whole other side of the field if she could just find Fox, and Ogle will though. What a brilliant touch in by Fox, and Fox just not able to keep it close enough to her, but it was a brilliant touch inside. If she keeps it a little bit closer, it's a one-on-one with Bagley, the goalkeeper, and maybe the equalizer of this game. Ball gets whipped in, and the United States are able to keep it out. Elliston and company trying to just get it up and out of bounds, and they're able to. As a quick substitution will take place for this England team, as Wilson will take a seat and Endao will step on. Scarpa able to get on the other end of this. They're going to throw it in quick. Nice little ball backwards from Doyle. Ogle is there to possibly lay it off, but she gets tangled up with George. And George now going to make the most of this opportunity as the England looks to counterattack. They've got numbers forward as the United States are dropping. Ball gets placed all the way over to the other side of the field. Jean is there to defend. Can she keep it out, though, as that will sell out of bounds for a corner kick. The first corner kick of this second half for England.
Leaving the match number 2, Eloise Wilson.
Both teams really pressing high, really trying to make the most of these counterattacking opportunities.
Jules, deeper.
But the United States with nothing to show for it so far is Mailing, the goal scorer against Brazil.
Jules, 2 yards to your right.
Will take this free kick, an outswinger. Whips it in, but a nice clearance there for the United States as England is there to try to put it back in. Ball gets lifted to the back post, and Murphy just sees it over. Another look there at Mallory Pugh, who most people are catching on to now, the youngest U.S. scorer at the Olympics. Definitely going to be somebody that we see a lot more of at the international level. Scarpa heads it forward for Doyle, or for Fox, excuse me. Fox now trying to get past her defender. Can she get across her corner, or possibly even a shot off? That one goes across the face of the goal, but nobody is there. Top of the box. United States trying to get something going. It's Cousins. Cousins' shot deflected. Elliston getting muscled off that ball, but Hedge is there to scoop it up. And no one there for the through ball. We saw Cousins with the attempted shot. She had a couple of those similar to that against Korea Republic. Possible foul against England, but not determined as Scarpa took a spill. French not agreeing with the referee at this point as far as the call. and why the Scarpa foul wasn't called as play resumes and Jean tries to get forward. Nice defensive tackle there by England's Bartrett. And it looks as though Mallory Pugh will be making her debut of this tournament. To be determined who she will replace, but an exciting moment for a United States fan here as she has spent time with the full team here. As a moment here for the United States is Jean to get the corner. And Mallory Pugh now stepping onto the field for the first time with this U-20 team for this tournament, as she will replace the UNC starter Scarpa, who's had a productive night. And excuse me, it looks like she's not going to be coming off, and it's actually, in fact, going to be Hedge who is replaced. Hedge, one of the offensive weapons for this U-20 team, but we all know that there is a weapon coming onto the field now, and her name is Mallory Pugh. Can she be the difference? Can she get the equalizer for this United States squad, as England up right now 1-0, 77th minute, and Cousins to take the corner kick as this one is lofted to the back post. Perfect placement. It falls to the feet of the United States, but they're not able to put it back into the danger area as it just slips by Scarpa. And Elliston forced to use her speed to get this one back to the feet of Jean.
75th minute for the United States. Entering the match, number 9, Mallory Pugh. Leaving the match,
Cousins.
number 17, Kelsey Hedge.
Over to Fox.
You keep saying equalizer? What do you mean by that? Because we had a couple of U.S. coaches come up. Yeah.
Hey!
78th minute here. 0-0 between England and the United States. Mallory Pugh just checking in for them, and the ball goes across the middle of the field and not able to put it in as Cousins, as Scarpa was able to just flick it on.
Keep working, keep working. Come on, Katie, you got it, Katie.
Here's another look at it. Mallory Pugh able to get that ball across the middle. She does that so well. Beautiful flicked on ball by Scarpa, and Cousins just unable to get in front of her defender. As time dwindling down here, 79th minute. And that ball goes across the face of the goal, and it is going to be a goal for England. The Three Lions get the goal and the advantage here against the United States, as that ball just fumbled across the middle of the field. And a moment for the United States to just regroup and reorganize and try their best to get a goal back here, as this one just falls to the feet of England in Mailing, and Mailing makes it happen as that one goes in for Haynes, the striker. Or excuse me, yeah, Haynes was in there. Humphrey. And now with just over 10 minutes remaining, the United States attempting to get one back. Here's another look at that goal. Gets just put across the middle, just out of reach for Murphy. And a tough moment there for the United States.
goal scored for England in the 78th minute by number 17, Coral Jade Haynes.
Haynes with the goal for England, and a late one at that, as this one comes across the face and Scarpa unable to whip the header in. Nice turn there. United States trying to get this cross in. Scarpa's there again, and brilliant move there by Fox. She's been so productive since she's come into this match as a substitute. It'll be Cousins to stand over the ball for this corner kick. The in-swinger pings it across the goal. Brilliant free kick. Nobody there, though, for the United States as Doyle brings it back over to Cousins. Cousins now whips another ball in. Who's on the backside of it? Nobody's there as Bagley is able to scoop it up. Another look at that cross. This one comes right into the territory for the United States to put a head on it. Scarpa takes a spill there. That will be a foul, and now a chance for the United States to regroup or maybe even play fast, as the right side of the field was wide open, but now England recognizing the area. Nice ball all the way over to the other side. Elliston is there to chase it down. She's on Carter, and that's going to fall off the leg of Elliston. England taking as much time off this clock as they can, trying to get this win against this powerhouse United States team. This one going all the way back. Jacobs there to chase it down. England, though, not letting down on the pressure here late in the second half. Up 1-0 on the United States. Mallory Pugh on the field for the red, white, and blue, up top with Scarpa. Can they get something going in these final minutes? French looking down the side of her bench, seeing if her players are ready. Possibly some more substitutions to be coming. 84th minute here in Carson. England up on the United States 1-0. Both teams have been battling it out this entire match. Chances for both sides. Most of England's chances, though, came in the first half, but they were able to get a second half and a late goal at that. The United States had a goal early on. It was called back for offside. And since then, they have only had one clear look at goal. So can they get another here in these final minutes? Ball gets sprayed over to the other side of the field. It's Bartrip. A dangerous moment here. It's Mallory Pugh. She's got a one-on-one with the goalkeeper, and she just pings it right into the arms of Bagley. It was a poor choice to play it back. Bartrip tried to play it back to her defender, Nadal, who had just been subbed into the match. And it was a 50-50 hospital ball there that Mallory Pugh was able to chase down. But she wasn't able to slot it past the goalkeeper as she puts it right into the hands of Bagley. The one key opportunity for this United States team to equalize here. Another look at it as Nadal was unable to adjust. Mallory Pugh comes sweeping in. She had pressure on the right side of her, but she pings it right into the gut of Bagley, unable to get the United States even. As another substitute will come on for the United States as we have just about 5 minutes left in regulation. It'll be number 13, Goins, who will take off Scarpa, who has been so active in this match. She will take a seat and be done for tonight, as Goins will try to be the difference maker for this United States team. Ball gets flicked on. England just trying to get it out of the danger area. Jean. All the way over to Mallory Pugh. Pugh trying to flick it on, but England gets the better end of it. The United States still trying to get something going. This one falls to Jean. Jean. And that cross just not enough on it by Doyle.
Substitution in the 84th minute for the United States. Entering the match number 13, Parker Goins. Leaving the match number 15, Jessie Scarpa. Entering the match number 18, Shay Moyer. Leaving the match number 5, Katie Cousins.
Moyer also to come onto the pitch for the United States. Couple of late changes for this French squad. French meaning the United States head coach. Tough header there as Fox gets beaten up a bit by Bartrip. And it is going to be a free kick for the United States. The United States bench not happy with the fact that England was not getting out of the way, as we see another look at that hard header. That could have possibly been an injury there as play resumes on here in Carson as Jean tries to get her way around her defender. Brilliant cross in. Nobody's trying to get a head on it, though, as England does a great job of getting their foot on it. Jean with an opportunity here, gets around her defender. Left-footed cross, perfect placement to Pugh. Ogle now. Ogle weaving her way inside. She tries a shot, and that one just goes wide left. It was nicked off of an England defender, though, and Mallory Pugh now will get a chance to whip this corner kick in as the late minutes of this second half come to a close. Pugh, the in-swinger. All the way to the back post. The header just falls off of an England defender. Another corner kick now as Mallory Pugh hustles all the way to the other side of the pitch. Fox and company getting ready for the far post. Getting ready to crash this net to try to get the game-tying goal here in the 89th minute. Mallory Pugh's cross goes all the way to the back post. It is Fox. It will fall to England, though, and England doing a great job of getting it out of the area. Can Jean now get this ball back into play? A possible handball not called. The United States still trying to get something going, but they will be called a foul on Ndao. And it looks as though England will make a late sub here. It's going to be number 14 to come in, Turner. Likely just trying to burn some time off this clock at this point. Nice long kick there for Bagley. No handball call from the referee. And England just trying to push this forward and kill this clock. Jean with a chance to really push forward. Fox is going to go on the other side of her with an overlapping run. Jean all the way over to Pugh. Pugh taking her chances, tries to whip the shot, but it's going to go near post. Just off the mark as the substitute comes in now for England, and we reach that 90-minute mark here in Carson. It'll be number 14, Turner, who comes in. Meanwhile, we look at the chance back here. Mallory Pugh just whips her hip too much, and that goes near post. No real threat there for Bagley, as the United States still trying to knock at the door here and get that equalizing goal.
Turner leaving the match, number 16, Sarah Mailing.
3 minutes of stoppage time to be added here in Carson. And with the amount of chances the United States have had lately, that could be enough. Fox finds her way around her England defender. Over to Doyle. Doyle, brilliant touch. Still dribbling. Doyle with the shot. Doyle just over the crossbar. Good couple of quality chances here for the United States late. Far more chances than they had against Korea Republic, as we see the crafty movement there by Doyle. The left-footed shot just over the crossbar, just a few inches shorter, and that possibly goes over the head of Bagley and into the back of the net. Great goal kick there by Bagley as the U.S. try to get possession here. A lot of bodies falling to the ground, and somehow England comes up with it. Still fighting, though, is the United States, and that's going to be a foul against Moyer, who just checked in for the red, white, and blue. Play to be resumed here as we reach the 92nd minute now. Just 3 minutes of stoppage time before it all comes to a close here in Carson. We see another look at the foul. Just nice physical play there by Moyer. She comes in, though, cleats up, and it is a foul, right call by the referee. Meanwhile, 92nd minute. England up on the United States 1-0 after a bobbled ball in the 6-yard box just slid past Murphy and somehow found the back of the net for number 17, Haynes. Was able to be the hero so far, but can the United States get that goal that they so desperately need, that they've been working so hard for, that they've been so close to getting? Free kick opportunity here for the United States. This could be the last chance for them to get that goal. They're going to take their time setting up now as everybody is going back into that 18-yard box to try to crush this goal, to try to get something on target as the ball is lifted in. England is there to defend it. United States trying to keep it in. It goes all the way over to the other side. Pugh is there. She finds her way around her defender, and that's going to go out for a corner kick. This might be the last chance of this game as we are past regulation time of what was allotted. Pugh will be on the corner kick, an outswinger. She whips it in, and it's too short as England clears this one out, and that'll do it here in Carson as England shocks the United States 1-0. It was quite the game for both sides. Both teams having so many chances. The United States showing much more promise than they did against Korea Republic, and that's what this tournament is for, is to get those reps in, to try to work as a team, to try to see what works and what doesn't, and get these sort of practice games in. Although they still count for pride, they're preparing themselves for the World Cup. But for tonight, this one ends in England's favor. We'll see you again on Sunday. The U.S. kicks off at 4. We're back in action at 1. But for now, it is England 1, the United States 0. For Jen Carson, for everybody at U.S. Soccer, we thank you for joining us here in Carson, California. We will see you on Sunday.